Something unusual is happening inside the human body, and most people have no idea it is happening to them. Deep under the skin, there is a type of fat that does not make you look bigger in the mirror, yet it can quietly harm your heart, your liver, your hormones, and even your lifespan. This is the silent fat stored around your organs, and many healthy-looking people still carry far too much of it. Today, you are going to learn one simple trick that can start melting this dangerous fat far faster than most diets or exercises ever could. It is not a workout routine, not a supplement, and not one of those trendy hacks people share without real understanding. It is something grounded in science, but rarely explained in a clear, simple way. Most people think fat loss is only about counting calories or doing hundreds of crunches. That belief keeps millions stuck, frustrated, and confused. The truth is far stranger. This hidden fat behaves differently from the fat under your skin. It reacts to hormones, stress, sleep cycles, and daily habits in powerful ways. You will discover a method that switches your body from storing fat to releasing it, and the timing of how you use this method is more important than the method itself. This is the part most people never hear about, even though research has been pointing to it for years. By the end of this video, you will understand why dangerous fat grows so fast, why it refuses to go away with ordinary diets, and how one change in your routine can start shrinking it in days. Yes, days. You will learn the science behind it, the reason it works, and how to apply it safely and consistently. You will also hear a lesser-known fact about this type of fat. It does not just sit there doing nothing. It behaves like an active organ, releasing chemicals that affect blood pressure, blood sugar, appetite, mood, and long-term health. That means reducing it does not only change how your body looks, it affects how your body functions. Many people who melt this dangerous fat report clearer thinking, better energy, calmer hunger signals, and improved sleep. This is why you will want to learn every step of this trick and stay with this video until the very end. There is also a surprising twist that most videos do not explain. This trick is not about starving yourself or pushing your body to extremes. It is about working with your biology instead of fighting against it. When you understand this, you can use a very simple rule that makes your body burn the most dangerous fat first. Not the fat on your arms, not the fat on your legs, the fat that wraps around your liver, your intestines, your stomach, and your major organs. This is the fat your body sees as extra fuel, ready to burn. Once you activate the correct switch, today you will learn how to flip that switch. You will learn the exact timing that accelerates fat burning. You will learn how one daily decision helps regulate insulin and cortisol, the two hormones that control whether your body stores fat or releases it. You will hear about a small behavioral shift that improves metabolism for hours without requiring a long workout. You will also learn how people unknowingly sabotage their own progress with 3 extremely common habits, and how removing these habits unlocks faster results. Stay with this video until the very end, because the final part will give you a simple plan you can start tonight. No equipment, no special foods, no expensive products, just a biological strategy that works for beginners and advanced people alike. This channel brings you clear, science-based health guidance without confusion, without shortcuts, and without hype. If you are ready to take control of your body, melt dangerous fat, and feel better from the inside out, then welcome to our channel. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss powerful, research-backed videos like this one. There are 2 very different kinds of body fat, and most people only pay attention to the one they can see, the soft layer under the skin. The fat you can touch or pinch is called subcutaneous fat. It may change how your body looks, but it is not the type that poses the greatest threat to your health. The more serious kind hides deeper inside the body. This is visceral fat. The fat that wraps itself around your liver, stomach, intestines, and other vital organs. You cannot see it in the mirror, you cannot grab it with your hands, and that is exactly why it is so dangerous. This fat you cannot see is actually more harmful than the fat on the surface. Doctors and researchers point out that visceral fat behaves differently. It is more active, releasing chemicals that raise inflammation and disturb hormones. It can push your blood sugar higher and make your body less sensitive to insulin, which increases the risk of diabetes. It can affect your blood vessels and raise the chances of heart disease. Even people who look slim on the outside can carry too much of this hidden fat, and they may never know it until health problems appear. One simple way to estimate if you might have excess visceral fat is to check your waist measurement. When your waist size grows beyond a certain point, it signals that the fat around your organs may also be increasing. This measurement is often more helpful than looking at your weight alone, because a normal body weight can still hide a high amount of internal fat. Subcutaneous fat sits quietly under the skin, but visceral fat interacts with your body every hour, influencing metabolism, appetite, energy levels, and long-term health. It is the fat that works against you from the inside, and understanding it is the first step toward taking control of your body and your health. Many people try to lose belly fat by doing endless sit-ups, strict diets, or fasted workouts, but these methods mainly target the fat just under the skin. The deeper fat, the visceral fat wrapped around the organs, does not respond to exercises that focus on one body part. You cannot force your body to burn fat from a specific place simply by working that area. This is why someone can strengthen their abdominal muscles yet still carry a thick layer of dangerous fat behind those muscles. It is not about how many crunches you do, but how your whole body functions throughout the day. Visceral fat is stubborn because it reacts strongly to hormones and internal signals. When your metabolism slows, this fat becomes easier to store and harder to burn. Hormones like insulin play a major role, and when insulin stays high from constant snacking or high sugar meals, the body naturally holds on to fat around the organs. Stress adds another layer of difficulty. When cortisol rises from pressure, worry, or lack of rest, it encourages the body to store more fat in the deep abdominal area. This is why some people feel like their belly grows even when they are not overeating. Sleep also has a powerful effect. When sleep is short or broken, appetite hormones become unbalanced. Cravings rise and fat burning drops. The body shifts into a mode that favors storing energy rather than using it. Even someone who eats well and exercises consistently may see slow progress if they ignore stress levels or poor sleep patterns, because these factors directly influence how visceral fat behaves. All of this makes visceral fat more than just a cosmetic issue. It reacts to lifestyle signals, daily habits, and internal rhythms. Until those deeper triggers are addressed, the fat around the organs tends to stay in place, no matter how hard someone trains their abs or how little they eat. There is one simple trick that consistently helps the body release dangerous visceral fat, and it works because it targets the root causes that make this fat so stubborn. The trick is to control your daily eating window. This is known as time-restricted eating, a gentle form of intermittent fasting. Instead of eating from morning to night, you give your body a clear period each day when it is allowed to rest from digestion. During this rest period, your insulin levels fall, your cortisol begins to stabilize, and your body finally gains access to the deep fat around your organs. This method is supported by research showing that lifestyle habits such as consistent meal timing, good sleep, and lower stress can reduce visceral fat far more effectively than traditional dieting. When you shorten your eating window, something powerful happens inside your body. Insulin, the hormone that tells your body to store fat, drops to a healthier level. Lower insulin signals your system to start burning stored fat for fuel, and visceral fat becomes the easiest source for your body to reach. At the same time, stress hormones calm down, especially when this routine is paired with quality sleep. Lower cortisol reduces the signals that push fat into the deep abdominal area. Inflammation also begins to decrease, helping your metabolism run more efficiently. This combination creates an internal environment where your body naturally burns harmful fat instead of storing it. Here is how to use this trick in a simple, realistic way. Choose an eating window that suits your routine, such as 8 hours of eating and 16 hours of fasting during your eating window. Focus on balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthier fats to keep your blood sugar steady. Outside your eating window, stick to water, herbal tea, or drinks without calories. Support this routine by getting enough sleep each night because a rested body burns fat better. Keep daily stress in check with short breaks, breathing exercises, or light activity. These small steps strengthen the effect of time-restricted eating and help your body continue burning visceral fat throughout the day. The first step in this plan is to create a steady eating window that becomes part of your daily routine. Choose a window such as 8 hours of eating and 16 hours of fasting, and stick to it as consistently as possible. Research on time-restricted eating shows that when the body spends more time in a fasting state, it becomes better at lowering insulin, improving metabolism, and reaching the fat stored around the organs. This simple shift helps your body stop relying on constant glucose and begin using stored fat for energy. Keeping the same schedule every day strengthens the effect because your body starts expecting when to digest and when to rest. The second step is to move your body in a way that supports long-term fat loss. A combination of aerobic movement and strength training works best. Aerobic activity improves heart health and encourages your body to use fat for fuel, while strength training builds muscle that raises your metabolism even when you are not moving. You do not need long, complicated workouts. Even moderate walking paired with short strength sessions can make a difference. What matters most is regular movement that challenges your muscles and keeps your heart active. The third step is to improve what you eat inside your eating window. A diet rich in protein and fiber helps control hunger and keeps blood sugar stable. Adding more vegetables, whole foods, and anti-inflammatory ingredients supports your metabolism and reduces the internal stress that encourages fat storage. Cutting down on sugar and refined carbohydrates prevents the sharp insulin spikes that tell your body to hold on to visceral fat. When your meals are balanced, your body processes food more smoothly and uses energy more efficiently. The fourth step is to protect your sleep and lower your stress. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of good sleep because poor rest raises cortisol and pushes fat toward the deep abdominal area. Managing stress throughout the day with small breaks, stretching, or breathing exercises reduces the hormonal signals that encourage fat storage. When your mind and body feel calmer, your metabolism works better and fat burning becomes more consistent. The fifth step is to track your progress by measuring your waist. Weight alone does not reveal changes in visceral fat, but your waist measurement can. As your waist becomes smaller, it often reflects a reduction in the fat hidden around your organs. Small changes here can have a big impact on how your body feels and functions. Many people hold on to beliefs that make fat loss harder, especially when it comes to the deep fat hiding behind the abdominal muscles. One of the most common myths is the idea that crunches or sit-ups can melt belly fat. This belief is everywhere, but the body simply does not work that way. Training one area does not force the body to burn fat from that specific place. Crunches can make your abdominal muscles stronger, but they do not reach the visceral fat sitting behind those muscles. This is why someone can exercise their core every day and still see little change in their midsection. The fat stored around the organs responds to hormones and metabolism, not to targeted muscle movements. Another persistent myth is the promise of a magic pill or a special oil that melts fat during sleep. These ideas spread quickly because they sound effortless and exciting, but the evidence behind them is extremely weak. Some products claim to activate fat-burning pathways or boost metabolism, yet they rarely have solid research to support those claims. Many of these so-called hacks focus on surface-level changes or rely on testimonials rather than scientific data. Dangerous fat does not disappear because of a single ingredient or a quick fix. It requires changes in habits, timing, and internal balance, not shortcuts that skip the real work. These myths create frustration because people try them, see no results, and assume their body is the problem. In reality, the issue is the method, not the person. Visceral fat reacts slowly at first because it is tied to insulin levels, stress signals, and metabolic patterns that have built up over time. This type of fat responds best when those deeper signals begin to shift. That means progress may start quietly, with small internal changes before visible results appear. This is normal and expected. Patience and consistency allow the body to adjust, stabilize hormones, and tap into the stored fat behind the organs. Over time, these steady habits help the hidden fat soften, shrink, and release, even when quick fix myths fail to deliver. Even the smallest shift in visceral fat can create meaningful changes inside the body, and this is something many people overlook. When the fat around the organs begins to shrink, even just a little, the body responds quickly. Blood sugar can become steadier, inflammation can drop, and energy levels can rise. These improvements may not be visible in a mirror at first, but they can be felt in how you move, how you think, and how you get through each day. A slight decrease in waist size often reflects a deeper, healthier change happening beneath the surface, and that is a powerful sign that your efforts are working. Small wins matter because they build momentum. You do not need a perfect routine or dramatic transformation to make progress. You only need to start, and each small action creates a ripple effect. Shortening your eating window for one day, taking a walk when you normally would not, choosing a meal that supports your metabolism, or going to bed a little earlier can all become small victories. These steps may feel simple, but together they help your body shift out of storage mode and into a healthier rhythm. Over time, these tiny choices stack up and reshape how your body processes fat. Starting today, even with one small change, can alter the path your health takes. You do not have to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. A slower, steady approach allows your body to adapt and respond in a sustainable way. As your habits become more consistent, your body begins to reward you with clearer thinking, lighter movement, and more control over cravings and energy. Each step you take now brings you closer to a healthier place, and your future self will look back with gratitude. The effort you put in today becomes the comfort, confidence, and strength you feel later. Small steps are enough to begin, and each one brings you closer to the body and health you want to build. Now that you know the simple trick and the steps that support it, give yourself 4 weeks to put it into action and watch how your body responds. Use the same eating window each day, move a little more, sleep a little better, and keep an eye on your waist measurement. Track the small changes, because those small changes will show you that the deeper fat is finally starting to release. Stay consistent, stay patient, and let your body adjust as the weeks go by. If this video helped you understand how to take control of dangerous fat, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share your own experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else start their journey too. Your body can change. It's time to melt the dangerous fat.